Hey guys, this is Comic Uno and Comic Frontline, and today I'm doing a review for How to Train Your Dragon, the sequel, so number 2. I actually just saw this movie yesterday. I wanted to see it because I've been hearing great things about it. A lot of my friends liked it, my brother liked it, so I was like, why not go watch this movie the day before I'm going to see the sequel. Of course, I was going to do that anyways, but I wanted to save until the sequel came out because I knew the sequel was coming out this summer, so I waited off to watch the movie. First movie I thought was really solid, liked it, and I just thought it was a really fun animated movie. So the second movie I hear great things about, so I was very excited to see the film. So I went with my brother. We went to the movies to see the movie. So what is this about? We get to see 5 years later of How to Train Your Dragon. So of Hiccup, Toothless, all his friends and his family are a little bit more grown up, and Hiccup might become chief, but he discovers that there is this evil dragon, I would say trapper, but he wants to control all the dragons, be powerful. So he has to figure out a way to defeat him. And there's a lot of other things that happen in this movie. I don't want to spoil anything. There will be a spoiler portion of this review. But this is not a spoiler because this is actually revealed in the trailer. But he does meet his mother. And we can get to see some adventures with her and where she's been and what she's been up to. We get to see his relationship with Astrid still going strong, and his father still doesn't listen to him. I'm gonna say there's halfway through this movie I'm like, the trailer revealed everything, and it was halfway through the movie I was like, I kind of knew this was gonna happen. Alright, we knew the mother was gonna be here, and we knew all these things, and then the second half happens. It's the first battle, I would say, and that changes everything for the movie for me. And a lot of things that I didn't expect to happen in a kid movie happen. There's a lot of innuendos, but there's innuendos in the first movie, so I wasn't surprised about that. But it really made me realize that this is not really a kid movie, it's just an animated movie, and I think there's a difference, and especially since animation is becoming a lot more popular now, the movies are showing that, and How to Train Your Dragon, the sequel, does that totally, and when I get to the spoiler portion, I'll talk more in-depthly about that. But yeah, this movie really surprised me, and like I said, it didn't feel like a kid movie, which is great. The animation was great. I like that they did the 5-year gap. I thought it worked for the film, and I had fun with it. It's a fun movie. I got engrossed into the world of these dragons. I think the main character is likable. Toothless is freaking cute, and he becomes cuter with his new design towards the end of the movie. And I think Toothless's movements are awesome. I love that he acts like a dog pretty much, and I think that was really fun to see in the movie. But yeah, I'm not going to go into spoilers yet, but I'm going to give it a 4.25. I thought it was a really cute, fun movie, and it does something that kid movies usually don't do. So let's go into spoilers and talk about what exactly did they do in this movie, right and wrong, and then I'll explain a little bit more about some of the little problems they had also. So let's talk about the little problems I had first. I think the motives of the mother leaving them for 20 years is a little weird, because she goes right into their mainland again very quickly. You know, she stayed away from her son for 20 years, and she's so quick to say, hey, I'm gonna come back, sure. Why did you leave really in the first place and stay there for 20 years? I thought that motive should have been explained a lot more, and Hiccup's reaction is like, yeah, I don't care, whatever, we're family again. I think that abandonment, not knowing your mother and finally seeing her, that emotion could have been explored a little bit more throughout the movie. I was also a little disappointed with Astrid. I don't think we really got to see enough of her because there's reference that they were kind of engaged, maybe not. I would have liked to known if they were engaged, again, because it was referenced. And I think she could have kicked some ass a little bit more in this movie than she actually did. Of course, she's still in the movie just as much as she was in the first one, but she's only 50% in the movie. She's not a main character. She's a secondary character, and that's really shown with the sequel, which I was disappointed with. Why can't we have it as that Astrid becomes more of a main character in the sequel? Maybe in the third movie we'll see that more. But, you know, she's still a great character. I just thought we could have seen a little bit more of her in the sequel. And my last complaint has to be probably the villain himself. I thought his motives were, they're okay. He wants to be powerful, okay. I think they could have explored his character a little bit more. So as you can see, I think secondary characters could have been worked on a little bit more, especially our villain. But let's get into the amazing thing that happened in this movie. I felt was different for a kid movie, and that is killing off a main character, a secondary character that you know and love from the first movie, and killing him off completely, and making one of your main characters kill him. So if you haven't seen the movie and you are still in this spoiler section, father dies by Toothless himself. Toothless is being controlled by the alpha dragon, and he kills him. He was about to kill Hiccup, and his father saved him. And I like that there wasn't a lot of things that Hiccup and his father talked about. I think there were still problems with them because his father still didn't listen to him. There were still problems in that relationship. Of course, it was a lot greater now 5 years later, but it wasn't a perfect relationship, and they never really got to talk about those things. And I like that he died kind of in that way, that they didn't really end things, but it made Hiccup become a chief and make him honor his father even more. And I really like that they killed him off. I really have not seen a main character like that die and stay dead. I thought in this world it'd be like, oh, here's some magic potion, he's back, oh yeah, everything's good. And I love that Hiccup pushes Toothless away, and there's such a human reaction. And yeah, I was really impressed by that. I have never really seen that in a kid movie in that extent. Of course, we've seen parents die. If you've seen any Disney movie, you've seen that, but not in a sequel where you've known the character for a whole movie in a second movie, and you kill him off and make him stay dead. And I love the Norse god, or Norse culture of how they did the funeral. I thought that was great. I really enjoyed it. I really liked that part, and I think that is what really raised my grade for this movie, because I was totally shocked. And again, there's parts towards the end of the movie that you're like, oh, I didn't expect that. Another thing I didn't expect was a new character who was kind of like a mini villain, and then he becomes a hero and part of the whole gang, and I liked his character a lot. They could have explored maybe a little bit more with him, but I liked that he was part of it. I thought he was very likable. The friends are very likable. So I'm going to give this a 4.25. Really enjoyed the movie. Again, I thought if it ended at that point where I felt like the trailer revealed everything, I would have said, it's a 4-star movie, it's solid. But I do want to knock it up to a 4.25. I thought it was a really, really cool movie. You have to see it. Again, it's not just a kid movie, it's an animated movie, and I think it really shows that with what they did by killing him. And I think kids could still enjoy this, but I think families in general, I think adults can really enjoy this movie too. Especially if you're like Game of Thrones fan, I think you'll enjoy it because it's a little bit of an all ages version of that. Especially with the dragons. So if you like the whole dragon stuff, I think you'll enjoy this movie. I really had a lot of fun and was really surprised with it. So I'm going to give it a 4.25. I'll have more movie reviews for Comic Frontline and my own channel, so be sure to check that out. And hope you guys enjoyed. This is Comic Uno, and don't forget to follow me on Twitter for Comic Uno and the Rant Situations, and don't forget to like my Facebook page. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.